This is honestly the most important and the best initiative in the budget. The Ghanaian youth should take advantage of it.
Honorable Atufosi made mention of the National Apprenticeship Program.
I was showing more about the Nation Anchor TV, so on YouTube, on Facebook, and on TikTok. Thank you so much for being part of this community. In this episode, Yankasa about budgeter, finance minister every day. Honestly speaking, there are very important and very beneficial aspects of the budgeter. And trendy. You read the budget in everywhere on social media, and especially the youth, were only happy about the birthing tax na ye free honor. And I don't blame the youth. The mind of the youth are being controlled by the media and the bloggers. So if the youth will be serious and the youth will be happy about something serious, it will depend on what the media will communicate to them. Because if you don't know, the media controls the mind of the people. But it's unfortunate, say, we live in a country whereby even those owning media houses or those owning various platforms are as equal, as ignorant as the followers. 90% of the platform owners of these bloggers are ignorant even more than the followers of these platforms. We champion misplaced priorities. We champion unbeneficial and I say meaningless agendas. That is why we are where we are today. Today, let's take a look at this particular aspect or this particular portion of the budget. Very important and very necessary. It seems nobody even knows about it. Few people knows about it. And it is so sad. And this aspect of the budget is very important than even the betting tax na ye free one, than even the e-levy na ye free one, than even the emission levy na ye free one. As a youth, ye betting tax free, what do you gain? What do you benefit? Compared to your future, your life, what do you gain? What do you benefit from the abolition of the betting tax? And you youth, and what do you benefit from it? No, betting na kasa sign a woody, na ye sign yete wo, na ye free wa mawaniaje. But that is where you are interested in. And the bloggers know, say, what am I interested in? That is why they presented that aspect for you guys. But the most important aspect of the budget now, and no never boy betima change youth na brabo, betima youth na ya well equipped, betima boy youth no future no. No blogger ni himself okofa ba te said ya mebeka ho asem yi a, yen share sa video no. Yen like sa video no. Yen spread sa video no, ma sa video no and trend ma youth no. Entimi who say, oh, okay, this is aspect of the budgeter. Me youth no metimi atu wan na mo abeboa ma brabo. Yes, because it won't trend. Blogger ni himself yes and trend it. Meaning about a friend Lifestone GH or a video about this particular portion of the budget added to TikTok. Nipa ashakura nuru 2000. Nipa like a video no kura nuru 100. Youth ninja interested. Bloggers ninka wasa, media ninka wasa. But this is the part of the budgeter. A bit me abuasa san youth na brabo. Yenko tie me nuano conversation no. Yenko tie Lifestone GH. Yenko tie na asemo kan ye. Na ye ba. Me so me breaking from mu. I know some majority and that's a major problem we are facing in this country, especially when it comes to communication between our leadership and the people. The major challenge or the major blockage is the language barrier. Imagine say your budget are reading in parliament in Anui. Imagine say a finance minister reading budget in Chia. And 60% of the population they will understand into details of whatever the finance minister was talking about. They will understand into details of whatever the country or whatever the budget is for 2025. But the leaders will put this in English and with huge grammars, huge terminologies, and the people will get lost. And at the end of the day, no, the obako faba be chechire mu no. The ono so hu ni se me kofa be chire mu a amanfo be hwe na amanfo be subscribe na amanfo be share na ono so be kofa ba. I mean, this particular apprenticeship program, I may back home as a we with the reviews and as a likes and as a reactions, a shares a bina. It's and not kill the blogger, the media guys, their interest in championing this particular conversation. Because the media right now, as I'm speaking with you, no, the higher your trend, the higher the numbers, you know, the higher the money you make. On that note, all these guys will go for the one that will give them the traffic. And then again, the language that you communicate, China for read your mobile budget. The Chinese understands it right away. Say Germany and a German are buying read your mobile budget. The German understand it right away. Say UK read your mobile budget. The people of UK understands it right away. But Bramimi Krom Africa, Bramimi Krom Ghana. You read the budget now. You read it to the understanding of a few class, a few elite, especially the political class. They know this, they understand it, and they take advantage. Most advantage of the good aspect of it. You know, they take advantage of it. It is a minimum na metiasia. Na makache them minu ebe na madam fubi na my family be. They are taking advantage of it. But na masses no anyone na masses no are not aware. That is why I will always, appreciate or thank the MP for Asante Achemnof, Honorable Ohene Kwame Frimpong, the independent candidate, the first time in Parliament. Now, we insist to say already a tree no beka said about the constituents. That is why I will always salute him, because he's trying to close that gap between the leadership and the people. No, ye kroma say no, and omobabe communicate and ebe campaigning with our native languages, our local languages. Ombe campaigning in that for us to understand why we should vote for them. After voting for them, when they get to the top there, they communicate in English with big terminologies, big grammars, and we get lost. We don't understand what is going on there. Let's go and listen to my brother's brief summary of this particular portion of the budget, which is very important to the Ghanaian youth. You know, let's go and listen to it. Here we are. Try me some possible best. Na breaking it down. Na you said ya beya. Ghana ni bi asebio ubehwe video yi. Na ube share ma family bi. Unso betimi ama omatie bi. Na omo hu hawa hu hia so betimi take advantage of this portion of the budget. Yenko timra. Piao. But more than so ube share, na ube like, na ube subscribe for such information. Piao.
All right, so yesterday the Finance Minister, Mr. Keselato Folsen, or should I say Honorable Keselato Folsen, came out to read a budget that the NDC, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, and his administration is proposing for the year 2025. There are a whole lot of things about this budget that we need to talk about, and we will. But you see, I'm making this video on one particular aspect of this budget that I wish that the media people, these journalists, these bloggers would take up this portion to educate our parents back in the remote places to make good use and understand that portion of the budget. Aside the 3.5 billion cedis that they say they are putting into the free SHS, there's one important aspect of this education that I think we should put more emphasis on. You can be blabbing about all the taxes being removed here and there. To me, it's okay, but those are not the most important aspect of this budget. Honorable Atuforsi made mention of the National Apprenticeship Program. And I think this morning, Honorable Frank Amwakohene, the regional minister for the Ashanti region, was on Onuya, and I love the way he elaborated on that National Apprenticeship Program. And I think the media people, especially the local news channels, should rather take this aspect of the budget and communicate it well to parents and students of these remote places for them to understand that finishing the free SHS is not now the end of their lives. And as someone who is an advocate for technical education, I think this National Apprenticeship Program, if the way it's been explained, it will be well implemented, it's going to be very good. Because they are saying what? After you finish SS, that shouldn't be your end, because your parents cannot afford to take you to any tertiary institution. So most of us who are going to the SS to even write this WASI and fail, there is still hope. What is the hope? The hope is that the government is now sponsoring an apprenticeship program of your choice. Whether you choose to be a mason, whether you choose to be a carpenter, whether you want to be a hairdresser, whether you want to be a seamstress, a tailor, whatsoever, you want to be a mechanic. The government is taking up this responsibility of actually paying for your apprenticeship to any venue that you choose to put your expertise after completion of the free SHS. And I think this program is very, very important and is keen for the media houses to preach about. People are here. You see, the problem with Ghana that I saw is, you see, people are looking for the negativity to inject into the budget. And they will, along all this year, they would want to point out the negativity of the budget to the people to the point where the good things in there will not be communicated well for the locals to understand. The National Apprenticeship Program is a must and it's very important. And you should start thinking of even children who have completed SHS back as far back as 2020 and are still in the house, to actually present their certificates and make good use of this program to ease the burden of parents and to also give them a sense of direction that SHS is not the end of your life because you come from a poor home. Now they can also get into a program and start doing something. I hope the media houses in Ghana can do this and trying to find negativity with everything that would help the country. I'm not a politician. I'm looking out of things to speak about. I saw this as a plus. And I think even bloggers on these apps should talk about this aspect of this budget alone, at least. For the tertiary, yes. They say they are sponsoring the first year of tertiary. So from level 200 going, your parents still have to come in to sponsor you. But this apprenticeship program, they say they are going to the extent of providing even the tools that you are going to need to start the apprenticeship. Please, it's very good. I commend the government about this. And if they can actually implement this very well, it will be fantastic. It will help the youth of the country. And it will create more jobs because right after apprenticeship, everyone is going up to own a shop, own a mechanic place or something. This is good. Let's talk about these things. Thank you.
This is honestly the most important and the best initiative in the budget. The Ghanaian youth should take advantage of it. Honestly speaking, abolition of the betting tax is not the most important thing in the budget. Abolishing the e-levy is not the most important thing in the budget. Abolishing the emission levy does not come closer to this particular apprenticeship program initiative in the budget. The Ghanaian youth should take advantage of this. The youth were happy, celebrating all over the country on social media, all because the betting tax has been abolished, the e-levy has been abolished, and some taxes have been abolished. But my question is, what do you gain from the abolition of the betting tax? Tell me at the comment section. Tell me one thing the youth of this country, you benefit or you gain from the abolition of the betting tax that will help your future. List one. What will you gain from the abolition of the emission levy? These taxes that have been abolished, I'm not saying it's not good, it shouldn't be abolished. But when we talk of a particular program or something that the youth should celebrate or jubilate about in this budget, none of them come close to the National Apprenticeship Program. Abusia, the woman jina ayenya e kan poto kasem no. Mami ndudam kakra fambra yankasa kasem se be adodo na betiase. Share video yi ma wo nua bi wo family bi wo busuani bi sanka na ontu anamo na ebeboa. The woman in say budget and now your finance minister every day, a fan back woman very important. I don't want to genuine course when they say aban ne de nhyehyɛ bi agu akwan mu a Ghana mabunu ahodoɔ a mo pese mo sua adwuma sua mo ayɛ ready sɛ mo pese mo sua adwuma bia ɛmfa ho ne adwuma kora wo pese wo sua ɛnsa no adwuma bia no aban no ayɛ ready sɛ yɛbɛsɔ wasen bɛboa wo yɛnkasɛ menko school free SHS wɔ hɔnom but when media dance say after free SHS there is life yɛnkasɛ menko university ɛne kora de aban ne sɛ ɔbɛma wo first year no university no ɔbɛ support for the first year but one kasa we university ni nyina achi kura no bebre na agufi a ade achi a ye DMC mo ya ma ofa o ma 100 Ghana bi me fanto ya ho o ma 50 Ghana bi me fanto ya ho o mu nya adwuma ni bi nye because okosua ayere me for me chill poor pass forget oni sa no dwuma bia there is an opportunity I have no national apprenticeship program aban no atwa sika bi ato ho across the country wo de ane se obekọ constituency o assembly ho na kwa ka kire mo say this particular program no opese obeye inquiry na adwuma we na opese usua the government is ready to support you. Take advantage of this. Say yes anu dwuma, mechanic, carpenter, welder. My brothers and sisters, nyansa anu dwuma bi na ene opese otu kwan kwa akwantom na broni fa o serious okra na eyensa anu dwuma fo ana mo ho hia enya ayere me furu me fo epamochew betting ne ho niam na moye hu deda jubility ano minim fa so bi e wo that aspect for apprenticeship program is serious and sanu dwuma the government is ready to support you when the media dance here say dodo na amusu adwuma no omo pre because the oba support o motimesu adwuma no kra no e ya na nya easy the government is ready to support.
Ola abushia the nation anke me de wadu Castlot roofing system. In fact, eba ne prempren Ghana ha dia ope adwumaku a eba no wodan so bone ho kekan dia omo etwa ne neat ama o Castlot roofing system. Monim said the nation anke mindi at the bone ho adanse emma machidifo. Castlot roofing system emma services edidi suwe eba no roofing installation yembo dan no so ma neat eba no woodwork installation yemfa enua papa empro entity ense emmo dan no so neat eba no metal trusses installation yemfa nade enwu dan no so eya asode dan eya private resident dan bia yemfa nade enwu so ma solid eba no roofing waterproofing wodi kan mo bodan no so ma nanso ba bia ankoye leakages wom in fact osho ewo dan nim enframa papa emfa dan nim dan bia ne se ne ye boso nye dan ne nyina ne pagya dan enchansen nim nye dan ne nyina ne ma enchansen ne ba form opedumaku a omode engineers or more well experienced and well known engineers ebegu akwama ba mo twa adwuma no nitama wa Castlot roofing system Euro tiles and chancing papa ye di good dan so a enrusting renachi a Castlot roofing system twa adwuma no nitama obusia omo number and the screen so a wo hwe no 0530446354 0244579319 in fact omo ye adwuma ko Ghana fa na ba bia fa number no na frɛ omo na ka kyerɛ omo say the nation uncle and hase on the discount. Pia.